What's up, Facebook gang, YouTube gang? I don't have any of my other Facebooks up because I'm fucking blocked. I think you all know that. Today, it's a special show because it's like an accomplishment that we all have um made over at Primetime Patriots, but it's also like an annoyance. So it's like a bittersweet moment. I'm gonna bring my guys on here. Blake and Morgan. Welcome to the hot mic. How are you?
Andy.
I'm hot, but my name's not Mike, but I'm here.
Guys, we've officially been censored
Yeah.
and on Facebook's radar, and we just started our movement almost 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Two.
3 weeks Sunday.
3 weeks, Sunday.
hmm
Yo,
That's insane.
a viewer actually was like, hit up Morgan, I think, or the group, and was like, hey, I just wanted to let you guys know that everyone who comes to your page and likes it gets this notification now. This only happens to pages where you're actively telling the truth, by the way. I'm
Fact.
just going to put that out there. Okay. There's all my notifications. I'm sorry. This page has repeatedly shared false information. Independent fact checkers marked some content false. First of all, we all at Primetime Patriots need to find out who these independent fact checkers are.
I know who they are.
Who are they?
They are paid through an organization that is also from the Clinton Foundation. That was linked the other day. I think Election Wizard found that out. They went through, it's through Hillary Clinton. So,
Wonder why.
wonder
So
why.
The Democratic Party. The DNC.
So, Suni, one of our posts that got flagged was our post about the COVID cases. And we broke it down by year of deaths per in the United States. They said it was partly false because what they've tried to argue with is the fact that why our post was wrong is because they used an average of the last 5 years, and we actually broke it down year by year, and they used the average to compare to 2020, which obviously is going to be lower than 2020 because it increases every year.
Right.
And they're like partly false. No, first off, you're using an average. I use actually year-to-year basis, and you're just being an asshole.
What is partly false? I'm still trying to figure that out. How can something be partly false? It's either the truth or it's a lie. That's it.
I was going to say, I feel like that's their way of trying to get people to not look at something when it's actually true.
Yeah.
They're going
Pretty
to
much what it is.
partially, you know.
Hashtag strength in numbers, guys. And do me a favor, while you're hashtagging that, please share out this live. This is my backup page. I do not have my large, massive audience that I have on my main page because I'm banned into the second. So I've been working off of this page. I do share it on my main page, but just to get the reach up on this one as well, please share this live.
Monique Herring messaged me after this live and let me know how to delete them through the settings. I know there's a way. I just haven't found someone who knew how. So please send me that. Chris asked if this is a Primetime Patriot hat. Yes, it is. I just got it today. It's real sweet.
Hold on. Let's blow Blake up. Check out our merch.
Woo!
Check out our merch.
Fancy. I like it.
Everybody has been getting their merch. You should be getting your merch all through this week, right?
Yep.
Okay. If you have gotten your merch, your hats, your hoodies, your shirts, whatever it is, please take a picture, throw it up online, Instagram, Twitter. It doesn't matter, social media, period. Hashtag strength in numbers, and make sure you tag our handle in it. That way we can see you.
Hashtag.
And I can share it on my page and everywhere else.
Because I think that would be a good one.
He said, let me see the hat a little better. It's like a real soft. It's like a real soft. I don't know how to explain it. So, ew. It's like it's one of these. It's pretty nice quality. Like, I'm not going to lie.
Nice. I'm so excited. The sweatshirts that we have that are new.
Nice.
I got 4 and they shipped out today. So I'm so excited. I can't wait.
This is a celebration for us because it means that we have arrived quicker than we thought we would. Just going to be real.
Yep.
But it's also
we did over $3,000 in sales in our merch in less than a week.
Nice.
Crazy.
Let me snatch this down. So I don't know. There's no way to counter that. That's what comes up if you're not, if you haven't already liked or shared this type of stuff. But please, if Facebook labels this, especially a conservative pro-Trump page, that's all the more reason to go look at it and see what it is.
Yeah.
You just need to go to settings. It's one of the new hoodies. This is a black hoodie. That one's my favorite, by the way.
Oh, they just added. So by guys, I mean Crystal and Kaylee are the ones that are kind of collabing with each other, and they're like doing a lot of behind the scenes work. But they did add to the men's side. These are really sick shirts. Like I freaking love those.
I'm getting that.
4 of them. I got 4 of them. They're sweatshirts without the hood. And they come in different colors too. You don't just have the one option. So
hello, Susanna. With the gold. Nice. Has anyone seen Songbird yet? I saw the trailer for it, but I'm just gonna be real. I'm not one of those people. I don't watch movies. I don't like to. Unless I'm in the mood to. I have to absolutely be in the mood to want to watch a movie. I'm not gonna sit there and watch it. It'll be on, but I'll probably be on my phone doing something else. But I mean, I saw the trailer. It's just not something I'm interested in seeing because it's more of the same. How is it though? Maybe I should watch it so I can come back and talk to you guys about it.
It's so cool to see all these people in the comments that have bought our merch.
Uh-huh.
Like, look at her, Terry. I mean, she got one.
That's awesome. I don't have time to watch movies anymore at the moment anyway.
As the president and Captain Kangaroo World.
If you guys haven't already, I already told you guys, and even Linwood put it out there, make sure you guys are stocking up on food and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Since we brought that up,
toilet paper, big old load of it.
A viewer shared this video with me. This is someone, regular citizen, who I guess frequents DC, and what she saw was rather disturbing. You can't really see what's there, just going to be honest, but from this lady's description of what's there, she says that there's a wall being built around the White House. That's not the first time I've heard that, but this is the first time I've seen video.
All right, guys. So I'm not going to stay here too long. I am here at the White House, and I'm frozen. It's so cold. Anyhow, so straight ahead is the White House. Okay. Now, normally when I was here on the 4th of July for the 4th of July celebration, you can see the White House from here. You can see the flag up at the top there, but they've built something here, some kind of a, I don't know, you look, okay? I don't know how well you can see through this, but I'm at the back fence with all the, you can see all the
I'm going to pause
stuff
this in a
left
second.
from, goes.
I'm going to pause this so you guys can see what's in front of the White House. And I'm going to make a point.
All the way down.
Where is it? Okay. Everyone calling Trump a racist, saying that he's spreading division. He's a white supremacist. He's hateful. He's Hitler. Trump didn't write any of these things on this wall. The citizens did. American citizens have made America divisive and hateful. Absolutely, politicians have pushed the agenda, the narrative, and media is a big factor in that too. But it's you guys as well. And I'm not talking about you, the viewers. I'm talking about any liberal or any hateful person that's watching. Really? For watching this really pissed me off. When I saw what's in front of the White House, it's a big deal, whether you believe it or not.
They
It's
are
a big deal.
Sony, they already put a larger barrier wall up before this video. So I can only imagine like what they're doing now.
Mm-hmm. The White House has always been like super gorgeous. So seeing this is just kind of
It's
devastating.
disgusting. And it's America. That's what's even more disturbing.
Like no matter
Bigger than the wall. Like the wall, yes, the wall is a big deal. But for me, when I watch this video, the front gates and all this shit on it pisses me off more.
It's sad.
COVID, you had one job. That's not his fault. Blame China.
That's racist. It's xenophobic.
Can I slow this down? I probably can't. You can't do that on. Darn it. Look at this garbage, man. Like, look at this.
A Mexican flag. Interesting.
They are preparing for a cuddle revolution. You know what? I used to push that because I thought that would happen. But Black people are too scared. just keep it real. They're not out protesting and destroying stuff. It's Antifa. Black Lives Matter, they show up when they want to riot and steal stuff. But when it comes to the destruction and the violence and death, it's white Antifa members that are actually super duper racist, claiming to do this, helping Black Lives Matter. But you're not, though, bro. Look at this. Fucking Breonna Taylor. Are you serious? I'm going to find a way to slow this video down. Trans lives matter.
Who said they didn't?
Look at this. Guys, look at this.
That just screams equality to me.
People actually did their research.
100%. I just feel like we're not in DC, so this is not a reality for most of us. We're all spread out across the world. But this is what's happening in our nation's capital. There's no order. Like nothing, bro. What the hell is the mayor doing? And she's Democrat. What are you doing? Why would you let this go on? And why hasn't anybody called you on your shit is what I want to know most of all.
And they're like, why is the sidewalk all gross too? Like, it's just disrespectful.
Hey, Donald Trump won more legal votes than Joe Biden. Pass it on.
Boo and vote. Like, what does this say? I don't know. This is disgusting.
There's pictures. Like, they drew pictures.
Whoever is responsible for this, bro, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Seriously.
Wow.
Stop murdering Black people. Black trans lives matter. What the fuck? When did that become an agenda in the U.S.? Say their names. Black lives matter. I'm pretty sure that's a homeless person.
Wow.
Boom.
There's so many homeless people in Washington, D.C. I was there for the prayer march, and there were so many.
KKK in the blue. Bro. This is the atmosphere our country is in right now. I don't know if people realize it, but it is, especially in these bigger cities, metro hubs where you have liberals that are ruling. They're sowing seeds of hate. They're pushing discord, and they're after conservatives. I can't post this. You don't have to post it on there. I'm swearing and everything else on here. I don't want it on there. It's all right.
Come here, baby.
And be like, Suni said a cuss word. Yes, I did. Actually, the responsible one is the mayor and the council because they let it happen. They're responsible, but Americans are as well. What's up?
Your boy wanted to say hi. Say hello, Odie.
Brody's laying underneath me.
Here, Oliver.
Joe Biden will not be president. Never, ever. It said failed. We'll have somebody look at it. I'm not sure what's going on over there. Does anyone know anything about the military blackout that is floating around? I keep hearing stuff, but I'm not sure.
Heard stuff about that too. I don't know facts though.
I don't know anything about that.
The cyber attack that happened today was released that they had access to our nuclear weapons. That was released by the Department of Defense. They also hacked our power grid, and now they're trying to do a defense hack back against them so they can't shut our power out.
Who is they?
China. China hacked all of them.
Did you guys hear that?
Power grid. I was talking
China.
about that.
That's like verified. Like that's actually verified information.
Gotta be stocking up, people.
The director, John Radcliffe, also confirmed foreign interference in our election. Guess where? Iran, China, Russia. China is overcounting our fucking votes. Their software, Smartmatics. It's also in Venezuela, and we all saw how their election went, which is what they're trying to do here. If listen, this is what's going to happen. America will cease to exist the second they say that Joe Biden is the president. And I mean that in a metaphorical way as well as I do literal. We're going to be a communist nation from that point on because we did not select that president. I don't care what anybody says. America did not choose Joe Biden. Ever. Ever.
So annoying.
It's like, let me get up in this piece, bro.
Someone said that my shirt is pretty, so thank you.
They're Sunni.
It's as Christmas as it gets.
He said this months ago. He said this 2 months ago. He came out on video and said this 2 months ago. I don't understand, like, what is going on? He said this 2 months ago. I'm going to pull the video up. Where the hell is it at?
Who? Saying what?
John Radcliffe. He had a press conference where he said it has been confirmed that there's been foreign interference in our election. This was known a month ago, not 2 months ago. This was known not too long after the damn election happened.
We're trying to hide it.
Let me find it, guys. I'm sorry. Is that a doobie?
Adobe.
Oh, I'm like, what?
Dog terms.
I
Yes.
know.
They're Dobermans. And they're wild.
I think I saved it. Did I save it to my phone? I bet you I did. I get so many videos thrown at me. It's not even funny. I can't keep track of all the videos you guys send. Fear mongering. Do you guys think we're going to have a Red Dawn situation?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know? What about you, Morgan?
I hope so.
I think that whatever is going to happen, none of us are going to be prepared for it.
You don't think so?
Yeah, like I think it's going to just I don't know, we're all going to be in shock, but we obviously know that things will happen kind of thing. But it's still going to shock us too.
I think Donald Trump's waiting till after the holiday, like Christmas, so people can enjoy Christmas a little bit, and then boom, hammer.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like the holiday is when it would happen. But that's my opinion. That's not facts. I read
that would be the worst Christmas ever. Like we have already had a shitty year. Come on.
I do like this. Like, watch, the power would go out and everybody around the country would be like, okay, that's fine. What else could be thrown at us? Like, okay.
I read Christmas Eve being made a holiday or whatever, and that having to do something with all of this. So,
a global pandemic. Killer hornets. Another virus in India. UFOs. Like, what?
No power or heat or anything. We're all in the dark.
Have you seen that one TikTok where it's like someone dresses up as Jesus? He goes, Did you take care of 2020 for me? And he goes, Did you say 2020? Like just single? I thought you meant 2020s. And he goes, "What do you mean?" And the guy goes like this. He goes, "You don't mean to tell me you put all of the events in the 2020s into 1 year, did you?" And he goes, "Hey, boy, quit.
That is not confirmed. No.
That is not true. Quit spreading disinformation. That drives me nuts." And so many intelligent people. It literally says on the picture that's circling when she was arrested. It says 2010.
She was not arrested. Sorry to break it to you guys. As much as we all want her to go down, because she's a dirty, dirty lady, she has not been arrested.
Ruby is the lady in Atlanta with the blonde hair, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm working so hard. Yeah, look at this. Here's Atlanta. I'm at the center." And I was like, who does that?
Black folks.
I don't know. None of my black folks do that.
That was racist because you said "my" like you own them.
I say also my white friends or my Asian friends or my friends. It just so happens that they're black and don't act like that.
Boom, here we go. This is a video from a month ago. This was up on YouTube. Fox News, actually Fox Business shared this shit. Not even Fox News.
Is this about the land in Texas?
No. I was just talking to somebody that lives in Texas.
So that's
safe
confirmed.
to say it's true.
Voter registration.
And a lot of people in Texas didn't know it went down. Didn't know it went down, which means the previous theory that me and Cash came up with before is accurately true. Who is selling this land? The swamp goes deep. How don't government officials know about China buying all this land?
I'm going to send you a link, Suni.
Okay.
That's like what Cash was showing yesterday about in Indiana. Like, I don't understand how people get away with it. It makes no sense.
Here is John Ratcliffe. He is the director of the National Intelligence. Okay. Oops, where's it at?
We would like to alert the public that we have identified that 2 foreign actors, Iran and Russia, have taken specific actions to influence public opinion relating to our elections. First, we have confirmed that some voter registration information has been obtained by Iran and separately by Russia. This data can be used by foreign actors to attempt to communicate false information to registered voters that they hope will cause confusion, sow chaos, and undermine your confidence in American democracy. To that end, we have already seen Iran sending spoofed emails designed to intimidate voters, incite social unrest, and damage President Trump. You may have seen some reporting on this in the last 24 hours, or you may have even been one of the recipients of those emails. Additionally, Iran is distributing other content to include a video
He doesn't say anything about China at this point because this is right after the election.
that implies that individuals could cast fraudulent ballots, even from overseas. This video and any claims about such allegedly fraudulent ballots are not true. These actions are desperate attempts by desperate adversaries. Even if the adversaries pursue further attempts to intimidate or attempt to undermine voter confidence, know that our election systems are resilient and you can be confident your votes are secure. Although we have not seen the same actions from Russia, we are aware that they have obtained some voter information just as they did in 2016.
Boom. So all the Democrats. Oh, this was the most secure election ever. No, the F it was not. Not on this side. You're muted. You're muted.
Please play the Fox Business one I just sent.
Okay.
Odin, what are you doing weird? I had to come on the ground or Odin was going to whine, and because he wants to be around me, clearly.
He wants your attention.
That's what he wants, and I didn't want him to make the stream awful, so I had to
like
come on the
Brody
ground.
wants my food.
Where is it at?
That's not it.
This one. Is that an article?
It plays a video.
Let me see. It's not coming up. Come on. Come on, come on, come on.
It's in an article. The video, yes, is in the article.
Okay.
SolarWinds was a part of Dominion voting. They were hacked. Michigan does use SolarWinds. They can't directly correlate it to Dominion voting machines, but Dominion does have in their manual before they deleted it 2 days ago, they do use SolarWinds to operate their machines. Period. Point blank.
Pause. All right, let's pull this up.
Are we allowed to say that word?
What?
The D word?
What?
On here, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, no, because I'm live on YouTube as well. I just realized I was on YouTube. So he said dominoes.
Yeah.
Domino. Oops. Wrong one.
Like a domino effect.
Here we go.
Like CFIUS and IEPA and all of the other things, all the other
Regulator approved global banking deal. We're watching the.
Can you guys hear it?
Moving to acquire
Yeah.
A little bit.
securities joint
You
venture
can.
in China, the first global bank to do so. In March, China's securities regulator approved Goldman's bid to take full control of its securities company, which it plans to rename Goldman Sachs China Securities Company. Joining me right now is Heyman Capital Management founder and chief investment officer Kyle Bass. Kyle, it's great to have you this morning. Thanks very much for joining us. You know, there was a great piece in the Journal about a couple of weeks ago, a week and a half or so ago, talking about how it was the financial services executives that came to the rescue of the Chinese leadership when they couldn't get a deal done with President Donald Trump. They asked the financial services executives to pretty much lobby for them, tell the U.S. government why China is so great, and then they would get access. And that is exactly what's taking place here. Your reaction?
Yeah, I mean, Maria, it's true. If you look at the JVs, the joint ventures that the U.S. securities firms have had, or really Western securities firms have had in China, a Chinese Communist Party member has 95% of the time been the chief economist to those JVs. So they've already been able to control the narrative that the West tells about China and Chinese investment. The fact that now they're allowing Goldman Sachs and probably many others to acquire full ownership of their stakes in China. One of the caveats to this deal that's probably not in print, but that Goldman has spoken with the Chinese about, is the Chinese require Goldman to turn over all of its customer data at all times, and all the data server farms must reside in China. And Goldman's having going to have to think this all the way through about what data they actually leave over there in China and what they allow the Chinese government to see for all their customers. Because as we know, many of the customers are going to be U.S. customers and global customers. And so there's still data privacy laws around this world. And Goldman's going to have something to contend with on the data privacy side.
This is a really important point that you're making. We know that the Communist Party tracks its citizens, and then at the end of the year, it gives its citizens a social score. If you smoke, if you do something that the CCP doesn't like, you'll get you won't be able to get on a train. Your social score will not allow you to get on a plane and leave the country, etc. Are you telling me that if I am a customer of Goldman Sachs Asset Management and it's in China, all my personal data is going to be sitting there at the Chinese Communist Party? Because I know that the CCP uses people's data to blackmail and bribe so that they can get what they want.
So it's interesting. I don't think it's a quid pro quo that Goldman has to give access to the data, of the Chinese Communist Party. The Chinese Communist Party is going to require them to keep all their server farms and all the data in China. So Goldman's challenge is going to be encrypting that data as well as they possibly can, and hope that the Chinese Communist Party can't get into it. But if you just think about the natural problem that will arise, if the CCP comes to Goldman and says, we want information on Maria Bartiromo's account and her investments in China, Goldman's going to have to turn it over because those are, quote, the laws of China. And so it's just a slippery slope. And all these securities firms, all they really care about are the multi-million-dollar paychecks, right, for all of their executives and bankers. And so they're not tasked with minding the national security of the United States. Our government is. So our government needs to look at these transactions and decide for itself whether or not we should be allowing these kinds of things to happen.
Yeah, that's a great point. I want to ask you about a potential incoming administration and whether or not they get it. But first, let's talk about something you put on Twitter, because this is another example of how the Chinese Communist Party is able to get inside of institutions to ultimately control those institutions. You posted this photo, writing, "The Chinese have recently purchased over 180,000 acres of Texas ranch land near the runway of the U.S.'s largest pilot training base for the Air Force. Standing at their front gate on a recent reconnaissance trip, I couldn't believe we allowed these purchases under CFIUS. Tell me about this."
Yeah, so down there in Val Verde County in Texas is one of the most pristine and few remaining wild landscapes in the United States. It's spiritual down there around the Devil's River. And the residents around the Devil's River and the people that run the conservancy efforts down there were telling me that a Chinese businessman, a former PLA general, has been acquiring massive stakes in Texas land under the auspices of wanting to build wind farms. Well, there's not enough sustainable wind down there for wind farms. So that's number one suspect. It's not a wind corridor in Texas. The Panhandle, the northern part of Texas is where the wind is. But this PLA general is from Xinjiang, believe it or not. And he runs a company. His name's Sun Guogjin, and his company's name, I'm probably butchering this, is Guanghui Company, or GH America. And that company owns 2/3 of the real estate in Xinjiang. And Maria, you and I both know that's where the concentration camps are in northwestern China. And this guy has literally built a runway on the ranch that you see the picture of myself standing in front of the gate on. And that runway can handle an Airbus A380. This is just a few miles from the Texas border, and it's in the flight area of Laughlin Air Force Base, where we do all of our pilot training, the majority of U.S. Air Force pilot training. It's insane that we allow the former Chinese PLA general to go buy 200 square miles of land in the United States. It's insane.
And right there by the military pilots. Look, we know that China now has the largest Navy in the world. It's investing in its military. John Ratcliffe joined me on Sunday to talk about how the Chinese are trying to encourage Congress to make laws that are favorable to China, which ultimately wants to overtake the United States. Here's John Ratcliffe.
Yeah, I mean,
you have said that the Chinese Communist Party is trying to use blackmail, covert influence to target members of Congress. Can you tell us more?
I can. So one of the things I worked hard to get at a declassified level to be able to talk about was some of the information that I see every morning as the Director of National Intelligence. And as I looked at it, it was so overwhelming related to China that I had a look at the numbers, and what we've learned is that China engages in that activity at a level 6 times greater than Russia, 12 times greater than Iran. It's a massive influence campaign, and really what it's intended to do, Maria, is to influence members of Congress to make sure that they're passing laws that are favorable for China and not passing laws that are anti-China. And they've been successful.
Kyle, this is one of the reasons that we were reporting on the Hunter Biden laptop, because all of those stories about $1.5 billion given to Hunter after he went on Air Force Two with then Vice President Biden, or, you know, the relationships of the money exchanging between the Bank of China and Hunter Biden, people were worried that the Chinese would be able to bribe or blackmail Joe Biden. Do you think this incoming administration gets it?
You know, I think that the scrutiny on Hunter Biden's activities and his BHR capital and the relationship they have with the Chinese government, the Chinese military for that matter, is going to, if you heard President Biden, President-elect Biden's interview this last weekend, he said that he will not compromise his presidency and allow any of his family's dealings to do so. I believe that the scrutiny is going to force Hunter Biden maybe to divest of his ownership in BHR and definitely not do business with the Chinese government and the Chinese military. I believe that's the case. And Maria, when you look back to this idea of a PLA general buying land in Texas, this is a nonpartisan issue. Let's call it a bipartisan issue. President Obama blocked 4 Chinese asset purchases in the United States between 2012 and 2016 due to their proximity to U.S. military bases. So the Chinese have been trying to do this since 2012 and maybe sooner. And whether it's President Trump or President-elect Biden, I hope that our country's national security will continue to be protected by using things like CFIUS and IEPA and all the other tools that our government has to stop this crazy behavior and allowing these Chinese, former Chinese military officials and Chinese citizens to buy huge swaths of land around our sensitive installations like our military bases.
Very, very troubling. Kyle, it's great to have you. Please come back soon so we can continue this conversation. We will certainly continue putting a spotlight on this. Kyle Bass, good to see you, sir.
Thank you.
Whoa. I'm not muted, am I? I'm not. He's double talking.
No.
That was something a viewer sent me.
Nuts.
It's an affidavit of treason from Arizona legislator.
Do you see the Arizona legislators are blocking the subpoenas?
Yeah. They've already, I made a post the other day. We have already been sold out to China. China has already infiltrated America. That's done. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing
They're here.
Who is GBI? What's GBI mean?
that sounds familiar. GBI. What is the, I know GBI being a Georgia Bureau of Investigation.
So I think one of the guys who was investigating the crash was murdered.
He was murdered. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, suicide.
I saw. Mm-hmm.
Which
That's where that was.
Hillary Clinton. Just saying.
So let's get this straight. Kemp's daughter's dating this boy who was also on Loeffler's team, who also previously worked for Purdue's team. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden, Kemp says he wants to audit all ballots and match them with signatures, which I have to talk about, which I need your following to do some work. As soon as he said he was going to audit, the CCP sends in a, hey, you better not do that. Here's your warning, and kills this kid because that's not a crash. That was a something. It was not a car crash. There was an explosion. Yeah. So mind you, he did that, and then the guy who's investigating the crash, ends up dead.
Like, if people can't realize that this is all planned out, like, I feel
Send that to me soon.
You're blind. Like,
I'll go live on that later.
Not at all. Like, it's so obvious now. Like, for the last so many months, I literally sit and there's like people that die every day, and a lot of them are very obvious.
So, guys, I want to give you guys an update. One of my good friends on here, her name is Kayla. She's a part of the Primetime Patriots subgroup who helps, interact with you guys on the page. She went to Vice Pence's rally today. And guess what? This is shocking, and we're trying to dig information. I've been to Trump rallies. I'm not sure if any of you guys have been to Trump rallies before, but I never had to sign my first and last name, nor did I have to give my signature. There was 2 Chinese people standing outside the rally today that were taking first, last name, and signatures of every single person who went to the rally today in Georgia. That is not standard protocol for a Trump rally or a vice president rally. So if you guys know anybody in Georgia or any Georgia legislator how to get in contact with the GOP, we need to verify this information, and this needs to go viral, because that just means that they're stealing the signatures of GOP voters, and they're not going to be able to vote on election day because they're going to say they already voted.
Ooh. Dun, dun, dun.
And the plot thickens.
I should ask my uncle. He lives down there.
Do you know more about this GBI guy? What? I don't. So you have to tell me.
Who?
You just said you'll go into more detail. What is it?
No, I was going into more detail about the Georgia signature thing.
Okay.
I don't know. I just heard about this. Someone says the GBI in regards to, someone said, I have not checked into this myself, but I heard that the FBI or GBI agent that was investigating the crash of death of Kemp's daughter's boyfriend and Kelly Loeffler's campaign worker was suicided. I will look into myself, but I just wanted to see if you could look into it. This is actually facts.
So here's the truth. You don't have to sign it. It's a petition against the CCP. I signed it myself. This is a viewer. Her name is Diana Mason. I guess she was at the Georgia rally where she signed up. And it's people against the CCP.
It was what?
2 Chinese people were having a petition against the CCP.
Kayla said that they forced her husband to sign, and she wasn't signing because she had the kids in her hand.
It was me.
No, I have a friend, Kayla, who wasn't there. Hold on one sec. Someone's at my house.
Okay. Were you there, Diana?
That's what I thought she said in a previous comment, that she was there.
She said it was me. I'm sorry.
Well, there's another person. It said it's a petition against CCP. I signed it in DC last weekend.
Okay. I went to a rally in Gainesville.
But
I went to the rally in Gainesville. This is where people, this is what I mentioned it earlier when, I don't know who mentioned it on my live earlier when I said, you have to find out. Blake said he would find more information about it. Mm-hmm. But this is what I said to people earlier. Now there are some of my viewers coming out saying they actually signed it and it's just a petition. I don't want people to get in the mental thought processes of looking at every Chinese person backwards because we did it in 9/11.
Correct.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so. You have every reason to be afraid. Okay. But don't get into the thought process of thinking, I see a Chinese person, they're evil, or they're here to with bad intentions, because you don't know. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to be that commentator, whatever you want to call me, not a political figure, public figure. I'm not doing that.
There's a difference between the CCP and Chinese people.
Yes. And you should always, no matter what, if you're going to sign something, you should definitely read and figure out what it's for and not just sign something.
Right.
Yeah. That's the thing. How do you know it's true and it's for people against the CCP? We don't
say that that's what it is, but does it say it on the paper you're signing? Like, that's what, see, ever since I've worked for a lawyer, like, I am super picky about things, and I actually read, because a lot of people don't read signs.
Sorry, I'm responding to something really quick. But just keep that in mind. I don't want anybody to get in the habit of doing that, because you fall on the left when you do that. And I'm not saying anybody here is doing it, but just because there's a Chinese person at a political event, that Chinese people love Donald Trump. I'm here to tell you that now. The people in Japan, they love Donald Trump. Like she said, be vigilant, make sure you know what you're signing, but don't assume, because that rumor could spin into something drastic, and ain't nobody gonna say Sunni said shit, because I ain't say it. All right? What is this?
It's like an allegation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So allegedly, shouldn't judge without proof. Yeah, that's obvious. Don't do that.
We're not judging without proof. We're just saying we have to verify why they were actually signing those documents.
They want our help. Hey, tell them to reach out to me. I'll talk to them and see what they're all about. And I don't mind. I think we all need to start to network together. Glenn Beck said it best, and this is my favorite journalist, by the way. You need to turn mainstream media off, and you need to find a trusted source, independent source that you trust. So if there are people that are against the CCP and they're here to help America, I have no problem working with them. Of course, you will be vetted to the fullest extent, but I'm willing to work with anybody. So whoever they are, let them know. What is this for? We'll have to talk about this off the camera.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be it off. I have to go help my neighbor.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
See you
have to
guys.
knock him.
Okay, bye.
Glenn Beck is my favorite. But this was a short show. I still don't feel 100%. I just wanted to get on here and get back into the swing of things because I'm not, I can't sit back and do nothing. It's just me. But if you took anything from this short podcast, guys, please do your research on stuff. Please be vigilant. And go into things heightenedly with your senses heightened. I think that's where everybody should be right now. You shouldn't trust nothing. What does it say? It just came from Marlon's page as you guys talk about the breach. If you're talking about the Chinese hacking our stuff, yes, we did cover it.
Let's say the comment above that.
What is it?
Primetime Patriots stole the news list to get my weather on my phone. Hey, I did go to school for weather, but at some point maybe we'll bring weather on. I don't know. We got to get there first. That'd be a lot. I can barely keep track of weather for my area, let alone state or nation.
Yeah.
A lot.
We will see how long you can. I'll be up here. NCCP.com. I still have the paperwork. Okay. Well, I honestly, Trump rallies are rather, they don't play about security. I will tell you that. You're not allowed to go anywhere near the venue until it's time to go near the venue. This is what happened in Charlotte. This was March when I went to a Trump rally. They don't allow people there that are not supposed to be there. There's constant security around there. So given my experience, I don't think there would be Chinese people that bold outside of a Trump rally taking people's names for bad use. I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
Did you listen to the whistleblower from Obama? No, you guys have to send me all this stuff. I'll look at it while I'm laying down. I'm going to hop off here. I got to respond to a few messages, but thank you for tuning in. I will be back live tomorrow, same time. We have the Hit Squad. I think I might be doing something with Constant Ventures. I'll probably be doing shows with Cash. Who knows? You'll see me around. Thanks, Morgan, for coming on. Please go over to the Primetime Patriot page. Okay? Follow the page. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. We're on Parler. I think we're going to be on Twitch. We're going to be everywhere. So please follow all those pages. Check out our new merch.
Yep, we did.
Don't forget, if you got your stuff in the mail, please snap a picture, hashtag strength in numbers, and make sure you can tag one of us, me, Blake, Morgan, but also tag the Primetime Patriots page.
Yep.
I got a whole lot out in a few minutes.
Someone's like, we need weather. We need weather on there.
You need weather? I'm not good at it. It's all you, Morgan.
That's a lot. I'll try it sometime. We'll see.
Thank you guys for hanging with us. I'm going to hop off here. You have a great evening.
Bye.